Get ready. It's time for a well-deserved break, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from the KDKA TV studios. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
No, it is not.
Heather was just saying to herself the day of the week. It's like you didn't want to forget.
Here's the thing I said to David. I am here and I'm home. I am here and I'm home. I'm here and I'm home.
It seems a little monotonous at this point.
Yes.
So keeping up with the days of the week becomes more difficult than you would think.
For instance, did you know that Monday is Labor Day?
It's sneaking up on us. Yeah,
You know why?
Labor Day
I don't
weekend.
know. Because I will be here. And then I'll be home.
All right. Maybe we should take a deep breath to start the show.
Shall we?
You think that's a good idea? Yes.
No, I'm happy to be here. I love my job. I'm happy to be here every single day. It's a joy to do this job.
No, it really is. It's fun.
Yeah.
And we have something fun that we want to start with. You know, it sort of wraps up, I think, sort of the anticipation of what going back to school could be for a lot of kids, unfortunately.
Judging by the hashtag, this is a first grade teacher who shared this, which is hysterical. So watch this.
Ouch, it hurts my ears.
So it starts, this sound, you know, that's how TikTok works. They use that sound and then other people can use it. So this sound is often used with like things are starting off great and then
all of a
so
sudden,
much.
because this is such a great song, and then to like have that annoying screeching, but yeah, you get the point of what she's trying to say here.
Well,
like,
I mean,
how long before, you know, I mean, my computer at work, I get errors in the spinning wheel of, you know.
Right, and so imagine if you're a parent trying to do this for the first time and then you log on and then things aren't working and then your Wi-Fi, or how about, was it last week when Zoom crashed?
Yeah, Zoom crashed when kids went back to school. I don't know if it was related to that. Maybe, was it? But it was like the day a lot of kids went back to school and Zoom went away. So then what do you do?
Poof.
All right, so that was a TikTok video. You know, Heather is a little obsessed with TikTok. Gosh,
I love it.
And so we were talking about, we did one last week, and then we were talking about doing another one. And Heather sort of eyed up my dance moves because we did one, and she said I looked angry when I was dancing. I thought I was having a blast.
It was almost like it was painful for you. And so I just thought that.
Well, Gary says I make a face when I dance. Like I kind of do this.
Well, it was that, but like the eyebrows.
I was too intense.
I mean, I almost feel like we should share it for our viewers and maybe not post it on TikTok.
I don't
still
know that we should
have
share it. But you know what? We did another one. She found something else for us to do where I don't have to dance. So I think this worked out better. Take a look.
Do you know who I am?
No, I can't say that I do.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Really?
Do you know who I am?
So there you have it.
So if you don't know, like, don't think I'm an egomaniac and I walk up to Heather's desk and ask.
Actually, he has done this before.
Oh, I have never done this.
I have, my office smells of rich mahogany.
Do you know who I am?
All quotes from the movie Anchorman. So anyway, it's the audio from Anchorman, and we had some fun with it, so we posted that.
So listen, we have to do research and, you know, we need to stay up on our game, if you will. So sometimes we watch some other networks. We're not going to name names. But a big announcement came out yesterday about Dancing with the Stars, and they had blurred the face of one person in particular that they were excited about. And I knew right away. And then really could not believe it.
You were not fooled by the blurring out of the face.
I was not.
You figured it out.
Well, because it was so obvious.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Carol Baskin. Do you know who this is? Carol Baskin from Tiger King. She is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. There she is. When they blurred out her face, was she wearing the leopard print blouse that she always wears?
It was the blonde hair you could see, and then she was dancing with a tiger or a lion or something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was just like so completely obvious. I'm like, you're fooling no one.
Was it a stuffed animal that she was dancing with?
It wasn't real. It was
it was
it was like an animated something or other. But
So anyway, she is the latest. Like, this is how America works now. Like, so you're on Tiger King on Netflix, and then the next thing you know, you're on Dancing with the Stars.
By the way, Tiger King was at the beginning of like all of the shutdown. That was like.
It was
did
so
you see
big.
Tiger King? Did you watch Tiger King?
Because we were all like holed up in our homes and had nothing to do, and so everyone watched Tiger King.
Speaking of having nothing to do, we have talked about squirrels way too much.
And we're going to do it again today.
My mom sent me this picture because she now knows
About the saga
at
of
your
what
house.
has been going on. You know, the squirrel that keeps digging our flower pots, and now. But anyhow.
So on a squirrel scale, how are you feeling today?
And I like this. So I see. I'm happy. I would say I'm almost an 8.
You're an 8. See, I'm gonna go with 6.
You're see.
Judging by
6
how I started the show.
6 is a little like.
I need some spice in my life.
That's the sound
what I
that goes
need.
with 6.
I need-
1 looks happy too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need glasses.
I need a little bit of spice here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I think this is fun. So thank you to your mom for
Yeah.
sharing it with us.
I
Because
was
she gets
trying-
our whole squirrel thing.
See, David, I was trying to set you up for the next story. I need some spice, David.
Oh, I getcha. So let's talk about chicken wings. Spicy chicken wings, boneless chicken wings. Actually, that's what we want to talk about. So there's this guy who has now gone viral. His name is Ander Christensen. He showed up in Lincoln, Nebraska to talk about what he apparently feels is a very serious topic. So take a look.
I go into nice family restaurants and I see people throwing this name around and pretending as though everything is just fine. I'm talking about boneless chicken wings. I propose that we as a city remove the... Excuse me, I'm trying to...
Yeah.
Excuse me, come on. I propose that we as a city remove the name boneless wings from our menus and from our hearts. These are our reasons why. Number 1, nothing about boneless chicken wings actually come from the wing of a chicken.
And he goes on. He has several points about all of this, and I think it maybe speaks to where we are right now in 2020, that this has gone viral.
Yes.
So we're not sure whether the city council there in Lincoln is going to take any actions, but he did come up with some other suggestions. He said maybe buffalo-style chicken tenders.
My favorite, saucy nugs.
Saucy nugs. It does have sort of a ring to it. So anyhow, there are lots of people reacting to it, and among the people reacting to it is our own Ron Smiley. You posted this on Twitter last night, Ron, and when I saw it, I was like, we have to talk about it today.
Well, and I put both of you guys' names. I said, we have to talk about this. This is something, you know, he is right, first off. It's not a chicken wing, so why should we be marketing it as a chicken wing?
Take it out of our
You're
hearts.
right.
Why didn't I think about that?
You have been actually debating this for quite some time. This is not something new for you. In fact,
No.
like you finally feel vindicated a little bit that it's gone viral and you're getting some attention to this.
I'm just, yeah, I'm upset that I didn't think about taking it to city council. He one-upped me there, clearly. So, but yeah, I am 100% behind him. If it doesn't work in Lincoln, I might be here in the Pittsburgh City Council asking for this very thing.
I have to say, in our boredom in these days, Anders wins. And
I know,
it
he
is
does
viral.
win. He
Everyone's
wins.
talking about it.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that restaurants everywhere will now have saucy nugs on their menu.
What do you think of that?
It sounds
name, Ron?
better, doesn't it?
Do you like saucy nugs? You think it sounds good?
Not only does it sound better, but it's truthful. Where at
other
least
is
tell the
just a
truth.
lie.
Right,
It's a
exactly.
lie.
Stop lying to me.
The
We
guy
know.
who laughs, though, is just like, that's the point where I'm like, oh gosh, what is happening here? Excuse me, I'm talking.
Well, no, but see, here's the thing. I think Ander is in on the joke. Like, I think he's serious about this, but like, you know, when he turns around and says, I'm making a point here, like, I think he, wink, wink, knows that this is a little bit humorous. He's making a point,
That
but
almost
still.
seemed like pent-up anger to
Did you
me.
notice his tie?
I didn't. You told me about this,
It was
though.
cheeseburgers.
He had cheeseburgers on his
Oh, very astute, Ron. I did not notice
He
what was
watched
on
this
his
clip over and over and over again.
But I do like that he wore a tie to exude that he was serious about
yeah.
this.
There's
Yeah.
now a
Did his
Saucy
hair
Nugs
up.
Club.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Thanks for weighing in.
Appreciate
I just
it.
had to hear you because you've been fighting this battle for a long time.
But keep fighting it.
Well done, sir. Well done. Well done. Okay.
All right. Well, we want to talk about a bit of good news. At least
Saucy Nugs wasn't enough
well,
for you?
we have something else.
Yeah.
We have something else that we should talk about, and that is that the guidance has sort of changed concerning high school sports, and this could affect a lot of people this fall concerning spectators.
Right. So they got the approval to have more fans, more parents, family, friends, all of that in the stands now. So the guidance from the state is 250 people allowed at outdoor events. So that is now permitted at sporting events. 25 people indoor. However, in Allegheny County, it's still 100 people for outdoor events. So that certainly changes for people in Allegheny County.
And certainly indoor events too. You start thinking about if everyone on the team and the coaches are all counting towards 25. You know, it doesn't take long before you get 25 when you have two teams and two sets of coaches. So, are there any spectators at that point?
For volleyball, how many people? Are there 6 people on a team, and then you need a couple people on the bench? Is it called? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the specifics of that.
I don't play athletics.
Anyway, it was at least maybe a little bit of good news, because I do think, you know, especially like football games, if at least the parents can go and see their kids play, that's fantastic.
Well, there was a mom who spoke the other day who said, you know, my son is playing, and not only do I want to cheer him on, but if something happens to him on the field, I want to be there.
Right.
So for them, it was more not just about being supportive, but also for health and safety reasons too.
Have you seen the U.S. Open, the way they're doing it?
No.
Like, I mean, there's no fans in the stands, but they have these enormous screens, and then all these people, like on a massive Zoom call, cheering people on. So as the players enter and they say their names, they're all clapping.
They did something similar for the NBA too.
Yeah.
Yeah, where like they were in the bubble and they had all.
So it's sort of at least the players, because I can't imagine when you're used to playing a game and part of the process is hearing the fans cheer, and then you don't have that and there's just silence, it would feel like a practice. It would feel like the stakes are not as high. So I think it's really cool that they're able to do that.
Although, does this make bad teams better? Because if you're used to booze and you're not hearing it, then maybe it makes it better.
Maybe we should go to Cleveland and ask. Did I say that out loud on TV?
You did.
Okay. All right, we better move on before everyone in Cleveland comes to find me.
Saucy David, I like it.
All right. Still ahead here on PTL, it is back to school season, and it's really unlike any one before. And coming up next, Pittsburgh ambassador Yuling Bear joins us live to tell us about a cool new virtual series that's helping parents navigate it.
Plus, the M-Sculpt bus has rolled into the Berg. We will take you there live to see how this bus could help you with your health and wellness coming up.
And as PTL's Fan Fave Week continues, it is time for a happy hour. I am making a classic sidecar cocktail. It is a recipe sent in from a viewer, and wish us all luck, because I barely know what I'm doing with this, but we're going to try.
I have a feeling you're going to make a pretty good cocktail. It's Thursday, September 3rd. Thanks for being with us. We are so glad you're here, and we are glad to be here too. PTL will be right back.